everyone, this is Juliet Karanja from the POTT channel. I am a practicing counseling psychologist and a lecturer, and this channel seeks to equip people like you and me in this helping profession. We'll be specifically focusing on enabling you that helps others find timely tips and help when the general focus is on our clients. In lieu of this, POTT hopes to help you to do the following. And what are some of these things? One, connect. Connect to like-minded learners and practitioners and learn from our experiencing this during this season. Reflect is the second point on current issues. Reflect on current issues affecting our profession. And third is to adjust and remain relevant in these unprecedented times. In today's video, I begin a three-part series titled, Help, My Pot is on Fire. Pot here is not referring to the traditional cooking vessel. No, it's not. Rather, we are referring to the person of the therapist, the POTT, the POTT, the person of the therapist. And it's about your overall mental well-being as a helping profession. POTT is about developing resilience and mastery in our cognitive and social and spiritual and physical health to remain effective and relevant helpers. Indeed, we must remain effective and relevant helpers. This year 2020 has begun on an unprecedented scale with the global and national COVID-19 pandemic that's leaving a trail of disruptions, affecting literally every sphere of our life as we know it. The spheres such as the business, the economic, the social, the sports, and the entertainment industry all have taken a huge blow. Our careers, our families, our social life have been scarred by isolation and lockdowns like never before. There is heat literally under our pot. What to do? What to do? Thus, this informs the focus of this channel, to keep you inspired, to keep you informed, and importantly, to keep you connected. So please subscribe to our subscribe button, and it's right down below. Now you can be connected to more resources in this channel. On this video, we explore the following areas: the global and national issues affecting the helping profession. How are we adjusting to these changes? Many changes. Are we making the necessary adjustments? Assessing the gaps presented, responses at individual and social levels, while we are seeking ways that sustain these gains and the positive changes. We need to adjust. In retrospect, the helping profession is a gift to the human family. Indeed it is. We are like the first responders who help at critical situations. We mitigate the mental health crisis, and promote wellness. Yes, we promote wellness. The silent question is this: who is helping the helpers? In the here and in the now. People on the front line, such as the medics and the media, religious and political leaders, need our mental health support. They need it immensely. Are we as helpers retooled for this critical hour? Are we retooled in such a time as this? What are some of the unique challenges of this season? The helping profession is a social science whose capital is people. To mitigate the COVID-19, the pandemic, people are under isolation. You and I are under isolation. The very people we are called to support. Our helping profession must adapt and adjust to new approaches to reach and support people. Our training essentially prepared us for close proximity model of therapy. But times have changed, and indeed, we have witnessed that times have changed. We must embrace change or be overrun by change. Constance, time, change is constant. Many skilled helpers and trainers and scholars are feeling helpless, and they're experiencing anxiety about the future, unsure how to engage in the present. Like me, I feel sometimes unprepared to engage in the present. I invite you today to share with me how the ripple effects of the COVID-19 have affected you, have affected your vocation as a helper. May these conversations light a fire in us to transform the status quo and empower us to rise to the occasion as helpers. We need to rise. Specific focus is on the person of the therapist, and the focus of the POTT is on fire. Indeed, the POTT is on fire. We focus on this POTT on fire in twofold segments or in twofold approaches. The first is the fire that speaks to the external disruptions, all the external disruptions that we now face as a result of the global pandemic. Change has become the new normal for everybody. Our social pleasantries, how we lived, our old normal, and interactions as we knew it have been redefined. How hopefully we will default, we now will value family and home. Nothing has been left untouched. The second fire speaks of the internal resources we generate. Either we generate them positively or negatively. And we will see the kind of responses that we have engaged in coping with the personal and community crisis. And this second fire is what I really want us to explore in this segment. Our country, Kenya. Our country, Kenya, is rich in animal and plant life. Beautiful flora and fauna. For a moment, join me. Quick safari. Let's go on a quick safari to the grassy savannas, lands of Kenya. The savanna faces regular wildfires, ignited by man, by natural circumstances. Its intense daytime temperatures, the abundant grass, and the scorching sun are a recipe for fire. During a fire outbreak, the jackrabbit takes to the hills in full flight, away from the fire. Instinctively, they fully flight away from the fire. In psychology, we call this the flight response to adversity. This can feel so inviting in the face of pressing crisis. In Swahili, we call it miguu niponye. My legs, deliver me. It's understandable to want to call it quits. Sometimes I find myself, I want to call it quits. In the face of crisis with no promise of a quick end, we don't know when this will turn around. Adapting to change can be daunting and scary. It's fear and flight that has pushed many to panic buying and hoarding household provisions from others. What other manifestations of the flight response mode have you observed around you? The graceful ostrich walks tall and elegant, but when the grassland fire breaks out, she responds by burying her head in the sand. Psychology calls that denial. Yes, it's denial. And a defense mechanism from having to confront a crisis that is perceived as overwhelming. Helping professions who feel under resourced for this season would feel like burying their heads like the ostrich in the sand, figuratively. Think of seemingly unwelcome changes this has brought. The change of work routines and the methodology, the adaptation to technology that had previously seemed optional, but now it's mandatory. Negotiating learning curves at an advanced age, at an advanced experience. I mean, we have got to learn and adjust. No more face-to-face sessions, but are risky, reverting. We are reverting to technology. Redundancy of predominantly skills we exclusively relied on as tools of trade. So what happens to the skills we learned to access clients within a close proximity? What happens? What of the warmth we shared in welcoming our clients, in empathic listening, in employing the five senses, the holistic five senses, including you hear your client, you see your client, you can smell the environment in the context of the client-therapist relationship. Denial robs us the timely privilege to make corrective adjustments where there is an opportunity. I present to you that there is an opportunity. Let's not glorify the past and vilify the supposed risky future. Some of the effects of the changing dynamics of the helping profession, some of them and not exclusive, will include panic attacks. Have you experienced a panic attack? The barrage of information, over the mass and social media have disheartened. Going outdoors seems terrifying beyond the gang-fested alleys. Traveling has become risky venture. It's risky. You're not certain. Time with loved ones is now to be valued, to be treasured more as we watch others lose their gifts to the COVID-19 pandemic. Secondly, an epidemic of helplessness. Worse than the spread of the coronavirus is the unseen epidemic of helplessness. Recent media reports have revealed mixed responses to the pandemic, with some exhibiting hopelessness about it. In the mid-20th century, psychologist Martin Seligman conceptualized through his experiments the principle of learned helplessness. Researching on a set of dogs, Seligman found that when an animal is exposed to a series of adverse situations, it cannot alter the outcome. It learns that its actions are inconsequentially so resigned to fate. In future new situations, even those that the dog can control, it does nothing to alter or escape the adversity. And so Seligman further found that this resource could be extrapolated to human beings, to you and I. Man can learn to be helpless. Thereby never try to change. They never try to change their circumstances based on past failures. In our country, Kenya, we have witnessed an increase of the mindset, serikali itusaidie. which can be translated, my government, help me, my government, help me. A manifestation of the land helplessness and hopelessness state. A number of these in the front line suffer from a subconscious messianic complex where their skills and efforts have previously always brought a definite rescue and help to those that were in need. And so we revert to our experiences in the past. Unfortunately, this crisis has brought to the face our limitedness to mitigate the pandemic based on the credentials or past experiences. Learned helplessness is being experienced by that parent who cannot provide answers to her children. It affects the educationist whose curriculum plan, yes, the educationist whose curriculum plans for the year, for the semester, for the quarter have been disrupted with no end in sight. So as we close today's exploration, we shine a ray of hope. We shine a ray of light. We are seeing people marshal latent and previous unutilized potentials. We instinctively can engage the propensity to survive, to reinvent ourselves. And from all of us here at POTT Connect, it's a bye for now.